know how else to be. Because I know who I am, and I always say I am Saravan and I'm working for Suriya. So I think that's how it all starts, and only thankful, completely humbled because of this unconditional love. I have to be this way. I don't know any other way. I don't see it challenging, but a responsibility definitely should be a good family man first, and then the rest. Everything else will flow and follow after that. But the priority will always be as a good family man first. So I think generations have changed. 27 years, they say every 3 years, 5 years, the entire taste, attitude, everything changes. But again, thanks to my Anbana fans, they still keep me relevant, they still keep me connected. Thanks to again my directors and my producers for keeping me connected with this wonderful people. And as I said, it's a long time due. ஒரு படம் பத்தாது, இது ஒரு 3 இல்லாட்டி ஒரு 5 படம் பார்க்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும் ஒரு படத்துலயே. I think it's a responsibility to give a fully loaded film, and I think Kanguva will be a gift from all of us for that matter. Thank you. Usually I go back to my personal experience to be that character. Whenever there's a character given, I try to see which is closer to my personal life experience, and that's how I draw my emotions. That's how I make it as real as possible. Kanguva was a very different world, which is 700,000 years back. But I really have a lot of respect and love for my director's writings and the choice of words and his briefing. Kanguva character, Kanguva stands for his word. He stands for his people. And what come may, he's not a fighter, but he's a warrior. I have a lot of respect for Kanguva as a character, and maybe I have said this before, I would like to repeat. I would like to be Kanguva in real life. Whenever there's a word given, I would want to completely stand for it. And that's the character I've played. And it also talks about forgiveness, which is the most purest form of love. And the whole sequence is just not an action sequence, which is, you obviously seen the trailer, but there's a lot of underlying emotion in the film. It will just not be like an action sequence or a video game, but the whole core and the backbone of the film is the emotion. So I completely had a lot of respect, and I fell in love with Kanguva. See, as you know, it's a film which is released in all languages possible, and whatever is the best possible date is what everybody is hoping and wanting to happen. It is actually not that intentional at all. Shivana is the dearest Anna for me. Hopefully you should be knowing every festival or every day we always had 10-12 films releasing, and I'm hoping like now for Diwali, Singham has released and Bulbul has released, and both are collecting 100 crores. And why you think people will go for only one film? Why you think people will boycott one film and not go for one film, or one film will overshadow the other film? 49 was my age. I'm 49 years old, and I took 100 days. It was a 100 days diet, and thanks to my trainer Nirmal, who stood by me with food, and 24 hours he was with me, and I was able to do it. And this decision also happened while shooting it. We didn't think of doing this at the beginning of the film. While shooting, the sequence changed, the location changed, the whole idea changed, and then there was a need to do it. So it was all like a crash course. 100 days we were able to do it like this. It's high time in Tamil we did a film like this, and that's how the whole idea started. I think as you heard the previous question which I answered, it's just not an action film, but it also has a lot of emotions, which is the core of this film. It's about 3 islands, and what if these islands have a divide with power, divided by economic their stability. What if there is a conflict, and what if there's a foreign invasion, and how their core faith will hold? Will their core faith change? And what will the warrior, the person who's Kanguva, who stands for his community, to what extent he will go and he will stand for his people? And the core emotion is very different because it's a promise. And how is he standing tall for his promise? And I don't want to say more about the film, but that's the kind of emotion which happens in this film. And I've never played a warrior. We have seen Troy, we have seen 300, or we have seen so many films, and we have just been in awe of those films, and we've never thought of recreating something like that for the last 20 years, 25 years. But as I said, thanks to Rajkumar and films like Kantara and KGF, we are able to push boundaries. We are not just controlled by the market forces, saying this actor, this director can invest only so much money and they can do only such a film. We are able to do this because of the love and the encouragement we are getting from all over, not only our state, from all the other states. Because of this support, we are able to invest further. And of course, we are not finishing a film in 80 days and rushing it. We all are investing time. Like how Bahubali took 5 years, this has taken almost 2.5 years. And none of them, when they see money and when they see their remuneration and no, I'm working for this and I can only do this, such films will never get made. So from the entire cast and crew, from 3,000 people have worked day and night for more than 170 days just for the love of good cinema. And of course, for the love what my director Shiva Garu radiates in the floor, in the shooting spot. We all worked for our director, we would say. He's such a positive person, and he really kept motivating those 3,000 people every day. It was a joy working under my director Shiva Garu. Bobby Deol sir, when he had come and we were shooting, Animal had not released. Nobody has seen Animal. Shiva sir had seen a video clip of Bobby Deol sir in a CCL match or in an airport, and he immediately liked. He immediately liked Adira's character's name. They are from another island, and they worship. Their deity is blood. Like Kanguva's deity is fire, the fire god, and for them Udiran is blood. So he was just waiting for Udiran to come, and as he saw Bobby Deol sir in an Instagram reel or a post, I think he immediately liked it and we approached. It was his generosity. He was very large-hearted to accommodate this time because he was doing some 4-5 films. He sacrificed festivals, he sacrificed family holidays. He definitely compromised must be on his salary, so many things, and it was him who like made it happen. Kanguva, he's Udiran because of more his effort, I would say, and it was immediately brotherhood. The day he entered, it was not looking like a person who we have looked upon like for the 20 years. He's 3 years senior to me, but it looked like we knew each other for the last 20-30 years, and that's the kind of friendship and warmth he gave all of us. He was a darling to work, darling to work with. 15 days we had a lot of memories. We were able to share so many memories about his family and my family. Is a complete again another family man. Most of the dialogues and most of the conversation was based on our family, and from the date he proposed, the day he met his wife, and how everything happened and how everybody was supporting in his ups and downs. He's an open book. I'm genuinely not a part of a distribution circle, and I would really wish and would want to, if there's any collaboration and if somebody's having a meeting and sitting and saying like, can we do something together, and if such a conversation happens, I will go to any extent to talk to my distributors, to anybody, and to whatever power I have, I would be a part of that, and I would do that. There's no looking back on that at all. If there's a conversation, I would call anybody. I will knock any doors to make such a thing happen. But it's a different world. Marketing is a different world. Distribution is a different world, and of course, theatre owners, it's a completely different world. To my extent, to whatever power, to my capability, whatever I can do, I will go all out. And that too, with Shivana, I will go all out, and I will. Usually, any scene, when you recreate any scene from paper to screen in front of camera, it is about staging. Where you're going to start the scene. How many, is it going to, you're going to start from this cell phone and then go to the actor, or you're going to start away straight from a complete master shot, or know how the actors are going to enter the frame. So Shiva sir and Bhairathi, they both have been classmates. Shiva sir is also from the Film Institute, and he's a gold medalist. They both are batchmates. So their understanding is amazing. And every time a scene takes a very different, whatever you see on a scene paper is not what is happening actually on the shooting day. In fact, I would say like there's no scene paper also. It's all mostly in Shiva's head, and he'll give you small notes. So this is the dialogue, and that day morning you will be knowing your dialogue. We know the scene, we know the story, we know the screenplay, we know what is happening. Every moment is known. But he believes in improvising his dialogues till the last minute before the shot goes. Most of the directors have experienced, even Rolex was done like that. Just that day morning, I got the scene paper, and just before going into the sets, the final dialogues were finalized and written. And the staging, of course, there was no plan; it just went by the flow. So visually, Shiva sir is wonderful in green mat also. So a director, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for any actor and any producer if a director has all this experience. One man having all this experience. Usually, you rely on a CG technician or a chief technician to come and help you with the CGI, or a stunt coordinator to help you with that, or of course a cinematographer to help you with it. But Shiva sir has been an editor at the age of 12, 13 for 6 years. Then he's been a cinematographer for the longest time, and from the film induced gold medalist. And he's been a director for at least some 20, 30 films. And he's also very good with literature. So, cinematographer, editor, and a director, a screenplay writer, somebody who's very good with literature. For all of that experience, you are blessed to be an actor under him. You're blessed to be a producer for him. So Kanguva has got the right team, I would say. And Shiva sir has added a lot of value for this film. I don't know why he didn't do such a film for all these years. I feel lucky. It can only be inspiration, because we don't want to invest 2-3 years of our time and tell the same story. Bahubali is about a very highly civilized kingdom. They are kings, and they are from a very different world. These are all primal instincts. These are all from the tribe. The whole world, the whole their instincts, their emotions are completely going to be different. And it's also based on islands, and it's about. I think I don't even have to explain this. It will be totally a different world. At least there'll be 500 years difference between both the worlds. And when you go to office, you are in a different way. At home, you are different. And when you come from your remote village, you are in a very different, relaxed way. So in that way, like if you're going 700 years back, your primal instincts are very different. The way you are now polished and civilized is very different. And what if those people are those days? What do they stand for, and how do they react, and what is their anger? What is their emotion? And it was not an age where it was literally close to a stone age. It was not an age where you don't even see the swords and knives sharp enough. So that's the kind of world they live in. I think there's no comparison between Bahubali and Kanguva. It's only dare to dream big is the core emotion which we have taken from Rajkumar Garu, and that's what I think we would proudly say. Like we would want to be as successful and thankful to him for opening all the doors.